We're pleased to be hosting the second Innovation in Justice Conference, and that concept was started by Liam Allen and his colleague called Annie Brodie-Akers, based on Liam's direct experience of problems with the criminal justice system.
Even when we were told we were just...
And the idea is that we're building up this momentum of people with experience of problems with the criminal justice system, and Liam is determined to call for change, basically, which is a fantastic idea. Young person directly involved. If anybody has the potential to influence our parliamentarians, hopefully that might be Liam.
This is more about kind of bringing people together. So miscarriage of justice happen in different forms. And a lot of the time the organisations, that just sort of the people that interact with each other, don't tend to necessarily get involved in other people's campaigns. And we're kind of trying to break that barrier a little bit. And that's kind of how this needs to begin, is we need to bring everyone together properly.
I never dreamt in a million years that one day I would have to spend 18 years in prison for a crime I did not commit.
We have a range of speakers here today. They're all from different backgrounds really, but they all have the interest of justice at the heart of it really. So a lot of them are practitioners, legal professionals. There's some people that work for organisations, and the main ones really are the victims, the people that are impacted by this most, and the families. I think a lot of people forget the ripple effect that this has. So my mum is here with me today, and she will be speaking.
And if anyone's going through that, I just really want you to know you're not on your own.
People from different backgrounds all kind of talk about the same thing, and they wouldn't really cross paths too much. You know, my prosecution and defence counsel are here, and this is the first time in about 1 year and 2 months since court that we've been in the same room.
Let them be satisfied so that they're sure. Let the prosecution have.
And this is just what it's all about. It's helping people realise that we're not, we're in different sections of the justice system, or we have different investments in it, but we're all, overall, we're trying to achieve the same thing.
What we often don't discuss in these type of conferences is the emotional impact on people. So part of my role and part of the way that I'm actually invested in this project is from a personal perspective anyway. So when I was younger, I saw my parents go through court, through the criminal justice system. So I'm really passionate on obviously giving the support out to miscarriages of justice victims. What we try to do, both myself and Liam, is obviously, as we can see in all the conferences, people do get incredibly emotional. They need somebody to talk to. I like being the person who's there to actually discuss this with them and point them to the correct services as well.
Our Cardiff Innocence Project students are doing a presentation about the Gareth Jones case alongside my colleague Jenny CD.
He'll get no compensation, nobody will be accountable for what's happened.
We really hope that this could make a change. If Liam can get enough people interested through these conferences to actually get people around a round table, like the Crown Prosecution Service, the police and so on, then hopefully there could be some change out of it. So this is what we want to do it at Cardiff. It's a fantastic opportunity, and let's hope it's followed through.
I'm fortunate enough to be at Cardiff, where I have this exposure and where I'm able to sit on a module which basically teaches me week on week about all the names and all the stories and all the real life horrific events.
I think the students, Cardiff students and other students, appreciate on paper when they read these cases, but when you actually see a person and you hear the stories and the common themes coming from the stories, it really brings it to life. And some of the stories they hear, they're going to cry. And that's what it should be about, really. It's not just some words on a piece of paper. These stories should make us all worry. We should be concerned. We should be upset. And it's great that the students are mature enough to appreciate that this is not a textbook case. It's real people who have had real horrific experiences.